Guys, welcome back to Comic Talk. We're going to talk about the geek stuff, the nerdy stuff, the pop culture stuff, all that awesomeness. So today we are continuing a series on this channel where I watch each and every episode of Arrow, Flash, Supergirl, Batwoman, Black Lightning, leading up to the crossover, Crisis on Infinite Earths. If you want to see me do something different on the channel, please let me know in the comment section below. But for right now, we're continuing the series, and today we are reacting, giving my thoughts, theories. How does it relate to the crossover? Does it not relate to the crossover? Am I sad to see Arrow go? Is this my, all that good stuff? So we're reacting to Arrow Season 8, Episode 4. Oh, and if you guys are new to the channel, please consider subscribing, as it would mean a lot to me and it would go a long way to the channel. And give it a like, comment down below. Since we have that out of the way, we're going to talk about Arrow today. So, Arrow Season 8, Episode 4. What a great episode. This is by far one of my favorite shows so far. So, Flash, Batwoman, Black Lightning, Supergirl. Arrow's my favorite right now. Watch on the series, leading up to the crossover. Arrow's my favorite so far, and if you're watching it, you probably know why. It's probably is it your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. But there's every episode, there's just get more crazy in a better way. Crazy right here, then it's crazy right there, and then it's crazy right here, then it's over here, then it's over there. And I'm like, oh my god, can I even get any more crazy? And it's just getting even more crazy. And the thing that I didn't like about Arrow at first was the future stuff where they go to the kid, they go to the year 2040 with Mia and Zoe and Connor and JJ and all that, They go all the, I'm like, maybe if they could just dial it back. But guess what? They just took that completely out and now they're in the present. And well, I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe they're in the present. So now there's gonna be no more future stuff. It's gonna just be them. It's just gonna be awesome, and it's gonna be crazy, and it's just crazy enough, crazy stuff. But I do like the relationship with like older William and older with Oliver and older William and trying to because he's never had a relationship with Mia ever, even in the future, because basically he dies and he never sees her, and basically the only time he sees her is like when she was very small, and as an adult she was never there. He like put his mission first and all that stuff. So it's kind of interesting how they react. They're like butting heads at first. She's kind of acting like Oliver, you know broody and not taking any advice and all that stuff, keeping secrets from the other team. And he's like, oh, I wonder where she gets that from. And they all have a laugh because it's all basically she's a copy of Oliver, basically, kind of. So it's just because she's more like Oliver than Felicity, in my opinion. But so, and then with William, and then with Connor's like, oh, hey, Dad. And Diggle's like, what, Dad? Because at this point he still hasn't adopted Connor, I guess, yet. So in the future, that's his dad. And then, but crazy enough, they're trying to keep a secret. They keep it until like halfway through, because basically, right before they got transferred to the present, JJ, John Diggle's son, actually kills Zoe, Renee's daughter, and then they get transferred to the present, and then they're like, we're going to keep the secret. Imagine telling them, it's going to just break everybody's heart. But then William's like, okay, we need to tell you this. Basically, JJ, your son, killed Zoe, and then there's just craziness, and then Renee has like resentment towards John, and John's like, this hasn't even happened yet, and all that stuff. So it's just all this crazy stuff, and it's, oh my god, it's just crazy. And it's, I don't know how the monitors just how to. I'm guessing it's him who brought them to the present, and it's just he has like a secret agenda, and then this is what it is, and then Curtis is back, Mr. Terrific himself, and sorry, I need to crack my neck, but he's back, and that's just really cool to have him back, and he was a cool character, and I was sad to see him go. But then we have Renee back, and Diana Drake, the Canary, and then Laurel's there, and it's just fun to see all of them working together again, and just all that dynamic again. But there's just I don't know, the way that they're doing the episodes is just crazy, and it's just upping the ante every time. And even when I'm thinking like, oh, they can't amp up the ante again, and then at the last part, basically the monitor's like, he's talking to Laurel at the end of the episode. So I'm gonna be just jumping around and just picking and choosing what I'm talking about. But at the end of the episode, basically, they monitor talking to Laurel, Earth to Laurel, and he's like, "Oh, your Earth is. I have the power to bring your Earth back." And Laurel's like, "Well, what do I have to do? How does this? How can you do that?" And he's like, "The way to bring your Earth back is to betray Oliver Queen." And then the episode ends. I'm like, "What?" But then so like every in the middle of the episode, they're all like butting heads because they're like, they have that conflict where Zoe, in the future, she dies by John Diggle's son, and it's just puts a wedge in everybody, and then John and Connor just get off on the wrong foot, because he's like, as soon as you got here, you just brought me bad news. You lied to me. You said that you and JJ were friends, but you didn't even say that, that he's the one. He's a bad guy. He's a Deathstroke, basically, a leader of a Deathstroke gang, and it's just they just get out into the wrong foot. But then towards the end of the episode, everybody's starting to come together. They like, oh yeah, you're my family. You're my son. And then um, Mia's like, oh, you were never there. You put the mission first. You put your mission before your family, and you never came back. I never grew up. I grew up without a dad, and then Felicity was barely there. So then I never got to meet William. William, they barely met like a few months ago, and Oliver's like, oh, so I'm glad that you guys grew up with each other, and they're like, oh, we just met and like a few months ago. But it's just a crazy episode, emotional, crazy, all this conflict and all that. But towards the end of the episode, they start to William gives his dad advice like, oh, this is how to maybe reach Mia a little bit more, and he does, and basically stops Mia from killing Grant, Deathstroke's son. I thought that Deathstroke was gonna come back, but I don't know if he's gonna come back. That'd be cool if he does come back and then maybe help with the Deathstroke gang. But it's just awesome to see. And so she was about to pull the bow and then kill him, but he stood in front of her and like, oh, you can't do this. I'm not gonna let you do this. And then that's how they they bond a little bit better. And she's like, I was gonna really kill him, and he's like, I know, but you know. So I guess if she stood over that, because Oliver's killed people and he knows that balance of like, oh, how is this, how are you gonna get over this? How are you gonna get over that? And he basically takes him. Oliver takes his daughter to his parents' grave. He's like, I lost people too. Maybe I can help you with how to deal with grief and how losing people. And she's like, oh, yeah, I'll accept your help. And that's towards the end of the episode. So everybody's getting along and all that stuff. Curtis, and then uh, Oliver hands him this thing and just like, oh, so can you let me know how you get defeat a god or whatever? This like other thing, I forgot what it was, but Curtis is like, I guess I'll research whatever defeat a god. Yeah, sure, So towards the end of the episode again, they Curtis finds out, oh, so you need plutonium and you need this other thing, but guess where it's at? It's in Russia. And Oliver's like, oh, brother, Russia. Like, he's like, I don't even, he's saying he doesn't want to go back, Remember from the earlier seasons, he was in the Brodfa, and then he betrayed the Brodfa, and then so he has this Russian mafia just after him, and then he has a enemy. I forgot if he was alive, dead, or whatever. I don't remember, but he's just like, too many bad stuff happened in Russia, so he has to go back to Russia, and I guess Mia's gonna go help. So they're all gonna go to Russia, I guess, and see what's going on over there. But that's the next episode. So I'm like, oh my god, so they're gonna go to Russia. They're gonna Mia and Connor and William, they're all still there, and it's just crazy. And basically, I think they're changing the future. And then the Connor mentioned about the Canaries, so then Laurel and Dinah are like planning. So they're doing. I guess they're gonna. I think that's where how they're gonna set up the Canaries for like the show, because I think that's where they're gonna do the Canary show or whatever. So who knows? Maybe hopefully set in the present. I guess after a crisis, but who knows? But again, this was a crazy episode. I'm rambling on, but this is just a crazy episode. I think I touched on basically everything. The monitor comes out at the end. Yeah, basically, big twist was like you have to betray Oliver Queen, and I don't know, is she gonna betray Oliver Queen? Is she gonna tell him? What do you mean by betray? How is she gonna betray Oliver Queen? But now she's working with Dinah to try to start the Canary. So it's just like, does she want her Earth back? I don't know, because she used to be Black Siren, and now she's Black. But who knows what side she wants gonna be on. But basically, he's like, you want your Earth back, your entire Earth back, your solar system. You have to betray Oliver Queen. So is she gonna do that? Is she not gonna do that? I'm not too sure. I think that she's gonna consider it doing it. She's actually really gonna consider it, but then she's gonna have a change of heart from somebody to, I think, from Mia, because maybe she's like, she kind of convinced Mia maybe not to kill the other guy, and then I think Mia might change her mind, and she's gonna be like, oh, so you're gonna do this same. She's gonna do the same thing that she did to that Laurel did to Mia. Mia's gonna do the same thing to Laurel's, and then that dynamic. And I think that's my prediction, that she's gonna just convince her not to do it and not to portray Oliver, and I think they're gonna have another wrench in the road from that. But that's my predictions. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below. I think I touched on everything in the episode. Did you guys like the episode? Is this your favorite show? This is literally my favorite show right now. Let me know in the comment section below which is your favorite show. Flash, Arrow, Supergirl, Black Lightning, Batwoman. Which one's your favorite show? Let me know in the comment section below. Make sure to like, subscribe if you haven't already. It'll help me, and it'll go a long way in the channel. It'll mean a lot to me if you guys subscribe. And then if you guys, if you would just share with your friends, just one or two with your friends, and then hopefully when more and more people watch, we can get better quality videos and all that stuff. But for now, love you guys. And then next video I'm going to be making is Batwoman Season 1, Episode 6, I believe. So, ready for that one. That show is like a hit or miss with me. Do you guys agree? Is it hit or miss? You just don't like it? I can see how some people just won't like Batwoman. I can see how some people maybe just like, I'm just hanging on right now. But, yeah, so this is the end of the episode. Love you guys. I'll see you guys next week.